Oh, are we back? Did we cut out for a second there? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I think we're back though. I think so. I'm not gonna lie, I think getting to attach all this is gonna be my favorite part of this entire cosplay. It's like I've been doing all the little parts over several weeks, so like cutting apart all the bones and weathering them and painting and burning and doing all this stuff with the vines. It's like I finally get to add it all to the dress today, hopefully. I'm gonna try and do it today. But it may end up being in the next few days. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, so I'm excited though. I just hope I have enough done for them to accept it. If not, I still think I'll be okay. I don't think I'll be upset about it. I've actually had a really good time learning how to stream and meeting all the people in the cosplay community. It's been a lot of fun, which I was really nervous about. I was really nervous that I wouldn't like it and that I would kind of be laughed at. I don't know why. I think I always just have that mentality of I'm gonna get made fun of, even though it's never happened. The cosplay community in general has always been so great and so welcoming. I've been cosplaying for about 10 years now. I've been sewing for 10 years and cosplaying for, what, 13? Something like that? About 13 years? Ever since I was a little freshman in high school. And I've never felt unwelcome, never felt like I was being made fun of. So I don't know why I kind of expected that here. I think it's because I see some horror stories from Twitch. But that's more the gaming side. For sure, outside of a few drama causers, almost all good people in cosplay, yes. Because the majority of us are already outcasts and nerds and stuff like that. It's like nerd stuff is now trendy. And it's interesting. It's an interesting psychological perspective, if you will, seeing how things have changed over the years. But not particularly bad, just different. But I kind of expected the worst, and I have been hit with so much love. It is absolutely incredible. I'm looking forward to continuing streaming after this competition is done. It's like I already have a couple cosplays lined up that I'm looking around at, and I hope I'm able to keep doing it. I'll probably take a few days break just so I can relax, but after that I would love to get back to this. It's like I might not be able to be outgoing in real life, but I can be outgoing online. I'll talk to anyone. It's kind of funny to think about. Earlier today I was being nostalgic, and I don't know why. I think it was actually this morning. So I took a nap at like 11 o'clock or so, something like that, and so my brain's a little bit messed up on time. But this morning I was getting really sentimental, and I was thinking, like, I kind of wish that I had listened to people in high school whenever they told me to not worry about what other people think, because I feel like I could have had so much more fun with cosplay if I had started earlier and learned how to sew earlier. It's like, I wonder where I would be. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like, you know, the timing was perfect. It happened as it needed to happen. Whoops, we're getting wax on our table. Oops, like that. So it's like, I feel like it happened as it needed to happen, but where would I be? There's a lot I wish I listened to earlier. 100%. It's like I spent so much of my time trying to act like I was cool, and I absolutely was not. I failed anyways, but I gave it a shot. It's like, yeah, people are gonna like me, and now I legitimately could not care less. I'm trying to let this cool in this position so that it won't flow off the side again. It's still soft. Okay. Let's put... I have random knickknacks sitting around, so we're gonna put that right there to keep that from going that way. But yeah, we never listen to the people that we should when we should. So I try and listen to older people nowadays to try and glean some wisdom as I can, and it's actually been very, very good. I think the only advice that I have not followed as an adult is to start a 401k. Which is kind of silly, but I have not started my 401k. I squirrel money away in different methods. So like I literally just keep money around the house and in little accounts in different places. But everything else I tend to listen to. Just not that so much. That's too adult for me right now. So, you know what? I really need to. My dad is a great financial resource, and I need to talk to him more about it because it's like unfortunately we don't learn about these kind of things in school, and I have very little inclination to go down that rabbit hole of research, even though I should. I have very little inclination to, you know, look at it myself, just because I don't see the benefit of it currently, because I don't know anything about it. It's kind of a paradox. I don't particularly enjoy how my brain works sometimes, but I will work on it. I will probably, after this week, I feel like there's a lot of stuff I need to do. Number one, I am very excited to clean. So August 1st, I'm just going to clean absolutely everything. I'm not going to talk to anyone. I'm just going to clean, and it's going to be wonderful and very relaxing, hopefully. So cleaning is one thing. Then will be, I don't know. There's quite a few things that I need to get done. Cleaning is one. I am trying to teach myself about programming, so that'll probably be second, is getting enrolled in those classes again. Just so I can have something to try. Cleaning hermit, yes, that is me. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. But step one will absolutely be cleaning. Everything else after that is, you know, it's important, but not as important as making sure I have a space where I don't feel claustrophobic, which I do right now, unfortunately. But there's no point in cleaning whenever you're mid-costume. There is absolutely no point, because in a few hours, it's going to be back to where it was. So, not even worth it. Yes, exactly. It's like my entire craft room might be a mess, but I know where the things I need are most of the time. It depends on how tired I was whenever I worked on it. I might remember where it is. But I generally put things. I saw some really good advice whenever I was a little bit younger. I had just moved out on my own. I saw some advice that has stuck with me throughout all this time. It is, whenever you're looking for something, look in the first place that you, or place it in the first place that you look. So if you always look on the countertop in one specific spot for your keys, always put them there. Even if it seems kind of out of place, you will always know to go there, because that's just like ingrained in you. And that has stuck with me, and it has made my life so much easier. It's like, instead of trying to retrain your brain and put it in a different spot where it's a little bit more neat looking, just go with what your brain is telling you. It's like your brain knows where it's supposed to be, so put it there. That, and my second favorite piece of advice is put away, or no, put up, not down. Or put away, not down. Basically, it's really good. Like, instead of saying, okay, I'm going to put all this right here, and this is all going to go to the kitchen, and then I'm going to put this here, and this is going to go over here, Like, it's good to just put things in one spot where they belong. So instead of putting all your dishes right here, just take each dish to the kitchen instead of putting it where it's supposed to be. I don't know if that actually made sense, but I'll try it. My brain knows it goes on the floor. Correct, me too. That's why I remember it. Hello, MT, how are you? And yes, exactly. I completely agree with that though. Cleaning is such a difficult task for me and I'm not sure why. I think I just get distracted too easily. I'm like, oh, there's so many more things I'd rather be doing. That's why it's especially hard to clean whenever I'm like mid con crunch. I'm just like, no, absolutely not. I could be doing other things right now. I say that, but I also procrastinate quite a bit. It's a problem. But hello, hello. How are you doing, MT? It's good to see you. Yeah, one day I'll get the hang of where things go and how to clean by impulse, but for now I'm kind of just struggle busting my way through it. I hope that the stream isn't acting up. I'm getting a lot of notifications from Streamlabs that I had a ton of dropped frames, and I'm not entirely sure exactly what that means, but I know it's not good. So I hope things look okay on y'all's end and that they sound okay and there's not too much lag. But if there is, just talk amongst yourselves or just enjoy and I'm sorry. It's good? Okay, okay, okay. I'm still learning about this whole streaming thing, so please forgive me. There we go. But yeah, no, if y'all have any cleaning tips, please feel free to drop them because I desperately need help. I'm trying. I am absolutely trying. But it's always been a thing for me. Like, ever since I was younger, it used to drive my parents insane. They're like, whenever you get your own place, you'll keep it clean, I'm sure. And I'm like, psych. My place is a mess now. And I feel so bad because my partner is kind of a neat freak. He likes things, you know, orderly in place, and I'm just like, wah, throw it everywhere. I do this so much. I'm terrible at organizing. I like when things are clean and organized, but it doesn't take long for me to make a mess of things. Same. I'm doing well. Make a boatload of lasagna for freezer prep. Oh, that's awesome. I'll thank myself later, but time is not now. I 100% feel that. I used to do meal prep, and it was absolutely a lifesaver. I just hated doing it in the moment. So good for you. I am proud of you. But I'm glad you relate as well. I probably should have done meal prep for this week. I should have foreseen that this would be a stress week and I needed to take care of myself more, but I did not. I'm giving all of us gold stars for being very good adults. Yes, I love gold stars. I feel like that should be something that is common. Now that I think about it, like, we need to have little chore charts or behavior charts and give ourselves gold stars. Like, go to the dollar store and treat yourself, get you some gold stars and see if it helps that little boost of serotonin. See if it gives you that. I like serotonin. But I also have the problem where I get stressed about stickers. Take care of yourself by eating healthy. Or take care of yourself can be eating healthy. Take care of your brain can be eating junk food. Mental health breaks. It's a gold star of costume to give out. Oh no, not off the costume. Oh no. But no, I get a whole bunch of stickers and they're so pretty, I don't want to put them anywhere. So I need like slightly ugly gold stars so I don't feel as bad about using them. I feel like a lot of people relate to that one though. I have seen tons of people who are like, I have sticker anxiety. I cannot put a sticker on something because what if there's a better place to put it? And I'm like, oh, my people. I do remember though, whenever I was younger, I took piano lessons, and if we did good, we got a sticker, like a good sticker. Like we're talking like the 3D stickers. It was fantastic. My piano teacher was amazing. I think that one might have burned a little bit too much. Nope, we're good. Okay. Generic gold star and generic yellow smiley face. Correct. Hello, Yoda. Welcome on in. We're talking about stickers. But I think because of that, I learned that it's okay to put stickers on things, because I would always put them on my piano lesson folder. Like we had a folder that I kept all like our sheet music in. And every week I would just put it directly on the folder because I didn't want to lose it or to get it stuck on anything else. And I think my parents probably still have that folder, like all of my folders from piano throughout the years. I was very motivated by sticker charts as a child. I would totally be motivated by that now. Go for it. Do it. Same. I collect stickers. I'm just waiting for the right thing to put it on. Right? Yes, we have an upgraded bowl. It's nice and clear and pretty looking. I have a big box. I have action figures, cards, and covered in stickers I had since I was a kid. Oh, that's great! We stand stickers in this house. Stickers for all. Can we get behavior charts, please? Please. Like, but we need to have adult things on them, like, I paid my taxes, I paid my rent, I didn't kill someone today. I'm just kidding. Please don't TOS. Stickers go back to the OG Power Rangers. Oh, you're kidding. OG. I feel like I'd be too nervous to keep something like that out and around. I am far too sentimental. I'd be like, but what if the stickers get damaged? Like, I don't have it here. Wait, you're kidding that you didn't kill someone? Who did you kill? Wait, what did I say? I didn't kill anyone. There's no proof of that. I don't have my collection here, but I collect bells, like handbell type things. And I am so nervous to take them out of their cases because I don't want them to get broken because then I feel bad. I am far too sentimental for my own good. And by that I mean it's how I start hoarding. So I'm attempting to let that be the only kind of collection that I have. Aside from Magikarp. I have so many Magikarps! I haven't shown you guys my Magikarps, by the way. I have quite a few. We're just gonna bring some of them down because I keep them on my desk. No more here. Got one more here. Got one more here. We'll just... How was that? Is that good? This is the only other collection that I have. The stickers are so damaged because old. Yeah. It happens to the best of us. Look at this sushi bar! You have read my rules. You have read my bio. Magikarp slander is I actually don't know how to put chat rules, but Magikarp slander is prohibited. It is a... I'm going to ban you. I don't know how to ban, but I'm going to ban you. I've only banned like a couple people. And it was like bots. I have not committed sounder. Sounder? Correct, you have not committed sounder, you have committed slander. Those are different things, Yoda. It is not the truth. MT, do not encourage this behavior. Absolutely atrocious. Your gold star has been revoked. It always happens this way. You missed it last night. I was being bullied in chat, and it wasn't even my chat. I felt so bad though. I really did. Because like I hate, like I tend to be very reactive and I kind of hate it. A salamander slander against Magikarp is not allowed. So it's really funny. I actually got raided twice on my birthday, and my birthday is the only day that I have not streamed crafting. And I was like, this is absurd, because I went into my Minecraft birthday stream with absolutely no plan, and I was like, I'm so sorry, this is not what you asked for, but here we are, doodle playing Minecraft. But no, I was in a friend's chat, and it just turned into a bunch of bullying, and I hate it. Hold on. My voice is starting to crack. But no, it was one of those, like, hey, you should follow this person and this person and this person. It was just spammed over and over again, and I felt so bad. Oh, hello, hello. You? You're the worst! Stop! Why are you like this? Oh my gosh. But it was very interesting. It does still do something. What do you mean? Wait, what does what do? You're playing in... What? Turn it off! Stop! How do you stop it? Oh. Because I know what a raid is. I know it basically throws your viewers over to another channel. I'm very ignorant whenever it comes to how Twitch works, but I am not good at this whole thing. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out why these looked so weird. There was Nifty, who's in here sometimes. She suggested using sandpaper to kind of like tear these up instead of burning them, and I think this is one of the ones that we tried that with, and it just didn't work as well as we thought it would. But I was like, what did I do to this? Hello? Who hurt you? Auto host. Someone else to stream on your channel. Oh, okay, gotcha. I feel like I should probably read up on the laws of the land of Twitch whenever it comes to that kind of stuff, like how things work. I will learn eventually. Oh, I lost a leaf. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. We can just add it to the pond. Oh, this is so mesmerizing. It is. I absolutely love it. I considered adding like the visual ASMR tag, but I'm like, someone's gonna come in here and be like, you are a fraud. So I was like, I probably shouldn't do that. But you think these are good? I absolutely love the regular vines that haven't been painted. So, like, hold on. I'm trying to untangle these. They are an absolute pain sometimes. So, this one right here, the ones that have not been painted, the ones that are just still plain as is, it is so much more satisfying. And I don't know why, but I love it. It is fantastic. These still do, but these actually catch fire a lot more. Alright, come on. Okay. I'm glad you liked it. Okay, I can move this now. Like, it's still cool to watch these, but they do tend to catch fire a little bit more than the others. I think I took a time lapse of some of it, and I went to edit it on my computer and I realized that I ran out of space. So I have 2 different terabyte drives in my computer. One is a just like HHD, the other is an SSD. Oh, HDD. I think it's HDD. Hard disk drive, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still learning my lingo. I built this computer so long ago I have forgotten everything. But my partner got me an SSD for Christmas, and it's a terabyte. And I realized that I was saving all of my streams to the terabyte one, and completely ran out of room. So I realized I could not save my videos for that reason. So I have to go through and after the deadline passes, I'll be able to sort through and put little compilation videos up. But in the meantime, I'm kind of just sticking with what I got. It is absolutely the little things. It is very satisfying. I think that's why I'm enjoying this so much, is that I can just relax and do this. It's like, aside from the occasional fire, which is what I have Magikarp for. All my Magikarps. Before we have any little accidents, I'm going to do this. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know how much you guys know about me, but for a long time whenever I streamed previously, it wasn't on Twitch, it was on another site, and I streamed perlers, which is all these little colorful beads in the background. So I just have a bunch of different perler beads, perler bead tweezers hanging around. Firebender, waterbender, or are you the avatar? I think I am probably a non-bender if I had to be completely honest, but I am a great supporting character. I'm more Sokka than anything, and I will hold that title proudly. It's ironic, I don't think you've heard me say it before, but I am actually very much afraid of fire and heat. So this has been a little bit therapeutic for me. Cooking is always a struggle. I am afraid of my oven. So definitely not a firebender, despite being a Leo, a fire sign. The irony is not lost on me. But I also love water. I've been swimming ever since I was basically born. I'm a scuba diver. It's kind of like my nature at this point. But I don't feel like I'm that cool. And I certainly could not live in the northern or southern water tribes. It is way too cold. That's a good question, though. That is a very good question. Anytime I take those tests, it's like, oh no, you are absolutely a firebender. And I'm like, why? I hate it. Who's the best diving trip you've been on? I have not been on a whole bunch of diving trips. I will say that. I think the best was whenever I got my certification dive, actually. It was in the Keys. Went to the Florida Keys. Got to see sharks and barracudas and tons of just beautiful wildlife. The water was gorgeous. It was like, I mean, just like tropical sea blue. I loved it. I kind of miss it though. Actually, scratch that. I definitely miss it. I'd love to one day convince my partner to go scuba diving with me, but I don't know if he would be about it. I'll try though. I will give it my best shot. That's actually how my parents got into scuba diving. My dad really wanted to do it. My mom was a little bit more hesitant, but they both ended up absolutely loving it. And then they're like, hey, child, want to go diving? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Whoops. Calm down. There we go. I got too excited. I do miss swimming though. It's like I grew up with a pool at all times. Well, I say that, it's like once we like moved out of apartments and into houses, my dad was like, okay, we need pool. And so I've always had a pool ever since I was a kid. And I've just always felt really at home in the water. It's very nice, very comforting. But I do not currently have one, unfortunately. I mean, obviously I don't have a, well, I say obviously, I don't have a house. So the place I'm living at now doesn't have a pool. And I'm just like, I want to go swimming. Please let me go swimming. I definitely miss it. But whenever I lived in Florida, I lived close enough to the ocean where I could go to the coast, and it wasn't too far away. But I do not live near a coast now. Well, I live near a coast. I don't live near a beach, so not sure how I feel with all that gear. But what a world beneath the sea. Hopefully not Rapture from Bioshock, but definitely a world out there. I would love to explore an underwater city, and I know Rapture is probably not the best place to explore. It's, you know, a little dilapidated, but I don't know. That is so appealing to me. I love underwater cities. Like, just the concept is so cool. But yeah, the gear itself really isn't that bad. It's like, until... I will say this, whenever you're on land, it's not nearly as fun. Because you have all of this weight on you, but as soon as you hit the water, you just become weightless. It's wonderful. It's like you get your buoyancy just right, and you're floating. It's one of the things I miss, because whenever you're just swimming, whenever you inhale, you go up in the water. Whenever you exhale, you go down, just because, obviously, air. But whenever you're scuba diving, it's a little bit different. You will move up and down, but it won't be as drastic. So you kind of just float there, and you can look around, and you can explore all you want. Now I'm nostalgic for scuba diving. Oh no. But no, if you ever have the opportunity to go scuba diving, I very, very highly recommend it. And you do not have to... One of the misconceptions is that you have to be really good at swimming to go scuba diving. You definitely do not. You do not have to be good at it. You basically slap on some fins, you slap on a little fancy vest, and it'll keep you floating where you need to be, and you can just swim like that. It's like, it definitely helps if you're a strong swimmer, because I mean you can be a little bit more independent, but in any case, highly recommend. To know I do like being in the water, but usually that's in a tube on a lazy. Yes, those are so much fun. Yeah, so scuba diving is kind of like lazy river but underwater. That's a good way to put it, I think. I remember whenever I was younger, we used to go to water parks sometimes, and I'd watch my parents just sit on the lazy river for hours, and I'm like, how are you not so bored? There's slides everywhere. Why aren't you having fun and going down these crazy rides? And they just wanted to sit on the lazy river. And now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, I understand. Like, that's too much excitement. And I still love roller coasters. I love rides, all that kind of stuff. But a good lazy river is absolutely priceless. 1 second. I forgot. I was supposed to text my boy. Okay, there we go. Water parks scare me, honestly. I love roller coasters, but at least that has a harness or seatbelt, not letting you slide in a big bowl in a police. I understand that. That is a very valid fear. It's like, now that I think back on it, it's like, how in the world did I not have any kind of fear about that whenever I was younger? And I think it's because I was younger, I was a smaller body, less weight, so I wasn't as worried about flying off. But it's like, now that I know about physics, I'm like, yeah, probably not. Yeah, roller coasters are great though. I absolutely love them. It seems like as people get older, they like them less, which makes me so sad. But I kind of get it. It's like, it's a little bit hard on your body sometimes. Do you have a favorite water park or a theme park or roller coaster in general? I remember my favorite roller coaster, I think, would probably be the Hulk in Universal Studios in Florida, because that has stuck with me for so long. I absolutely loved it. Although I don't know, I worked at Disney for a little bit around 2015, and I think my favorite ride there was Space Mountain, because I love the fact that it's all in the dark. But I don't know. There's quite a few good ones. Of course, Rock and Roller Coaster. I worked in Hollywood Studios, so Rock and Roller Coaster was my go-to. We love the Mummy there. Okay, I take it back. The Mummy was my favorite. Yep, I forgot about that one. I don't know how, but I managed to forget about that one. That is a fantastic ride. I remember seeing all the commercials of Universal during my childhood, so when I finally got to ride Jaws in Jurassic Park, it was full circle. I mean, I knew a big T-Rex pops out at you on the Jurassic Park ride, but that was actually pretty scary. Yes. Oh, I wish I had the pictures of the first time that I rode some of the rides. I scare very easily. We were talking about it earlier in stream. I am atrocious whenever it comes to dinosaurs. I am terrified of dinosaurs, and I don't know why. I don't know. I think it stems from my fear of alligators. I'm afraid of alligators and afraid of crocodiles, and I always have been ever since I was a kid. And it kind of just led into me being afraid of dinosaurs. So my friends, on the last day that I was working at Disney, we went to Animal Kingdom, and I rode the dinosaur ride there. And you would think it's not that scary because it's kind of a kid's ride, but at one point there's a big dinosaur that pops out at you. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna find the picture because it's so funny to me because I have this picture still, even after all these years, and it just cracks me up. Because I'm just like full on just screaming dead at this stupid looking animatronic dinosaur. But yeah, no, I remember seeing all of those photos whenever I was younger, and or all the commercials whenever I was younger. I was like, ooh, I want to go so bad. I ended up not going to Disney until probably a few months before I started working there. So 2015. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Okay, so this was me riding the dinosaur ride with two of my friends, and okay, so they're having a great time. Oh goodness, that's very dark. They're having a great time, they're smiling, and then there's me. And I still think it's so funny to this day. It's hard to see that, but I was very surprised by it. That was my first time riding the ride, and I did not realize that a dinosaur popped out at you at the very end. And so that was a nice little surprise. Yeah, there was that one, and then, oh, what's the other one called? It's the Yeti ride that's also in Animal Kingdom. And my friend was having a great time, and I was not. So yeah, there's my my lore with roller coasters. I'm fine with like regular roller coasters with like lovely little loop-de-loops and stuff like that, but whenever it comes to things popping out at you, not so much. Not my cup of tea. But yeah, it's like whenever you watch those commercials and they show you that a dinosaur is going to come out, it's going to scare you. You're like, oh, it won't be that bad. And then you actually experience it in 3D and real life. And it's completely different. Oh, I'm sure. I wonder. I'm sure that they have a collection of just images that are chef's kiss gold. I'm absolutely sure of it. But yeah, I was a little bit spooked. Just a little. I think it was Shiny earlier who was saying that they would help me get over my fear of horror games, and I'm like, good luck. Good luck, my friend. My pal. Oh, that's my friend. Oh, he works at Carowinds. I'm just looking photo. I'm sure he's in the know. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, whenever I worked in Hollywood Studios, I worked at a show, not a ride. So I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't know if they actually keep photos. That would be so funny to find out, though. I am sure there are some that have been framed and put on the wall in case someone needs a laugh. I have never been to Carowinds, though. I've heard of it, I just haven't been. Very smoky. That sounds so familiar, though, Carowinds. For some reason, I keep thinking it's a, No, I'm thinking of Netherworld. I was thinking of, like, is that a haunted house? Or like a spoopy place? And no, I think it's just a theme park, if I remember correctly. It's a rides and water park fun. Such a short drive. I've been there plenty, so I really only go if something new is built. Oh, okay, okay. Well, you answered my question. Gotcha. I miss water parks. I would love to go back. I did Six Flags Great Adventure on Tuesday. I got to ride Harley Quinn and a bunch of other coasters. Ah, oh, so jealous. Take me next time, please. I miss theme parks. I really do. They're a lot of fun. They do a Halloween theme, though. It turns into Scarowinds. Ah, okay, okay. I know quite a few of my friends are super into the spoopy scene. So I think I might have heard of it that way somehow. I think we're still good with this. I definitely should have gone with parchment paper, but it is too late now. Too chicken for that. I went to haunted house once, just hung on to someone and looked down the whole time. Oh, they target you when you do that. They do. So it's ironic, actually. I have been to a haunted house before. I lived near Tampa back years ago whenever I was living in Florida, and I went to Busch Gardens with a couple of friends, with a group of my classmates, and we went to the haunted houses, and I was like, this is going to be absolutely awful. I'm going to have a horrible time. I'm going to be terrified the entire time. And instead, my friends were clinging to me. And because they were clinging to me, they went after them. And so I was just sitting there like admiring like the scenery and the costumes and stuff. And they were just completely focused on my friends instead. And I had a great time because they didn't go after me. But I will say, one of my classmates was an amputee, and one of the scarers didn't realize that. So let me see if I could find if I took a picture of this. Oh yeah, okay. So he ended up posing with this girl who had a chainsaw and acted like she cut off his leg. So that's the amputated leg there, and that's his actual leg. And it scared her so bad that she literally fell on the ground. It was the funniest thing. But yeah, people who work in haunted houses are a completely different breed. Like, they have to be ready for anything. I could never. Oh yeah, just a little background in case you don't know anything about me. I pretty much just I don't know how many of you know anything about me, or if I'm just something that popped up in chat one day and you're like, oh god, what is that? I have been cosplaying since 2009. I started sewing in 2012, so around this time actually marks 10 years exactly. And I mostly do like frilly dresses and stuff, so this is a little bit of a deviation from my norm. But I took a break for a while, back like after 2017 or so, and went to school and started learning how to build prosthetics. So I have a background in prosthetics and orthotics, so building fake legs and building like braces and stuff like that. So that's kind of like my work background. It kind of helps with cosplay, to be honest. I used a lot of the same materials in cosplay that I did in school, so that was very fun. I'm gonna turn the tables. I love to scare people, but I'm big baby when I get scared. My husband has the talent of moving silently throughout the house, just appears. Oh no, I hate that. I just saw a video earlier today about how men do that so often. I hate it. They move so silently. It was interesting. I do kind of miss it. I haven't gone back to OMP since 2021? No, 2020. Yeah, at the end of 2020. But I do miss it. It was very, very fun. I'm gonna hopefully get back to it one day, but for now I'm just getting my creativity out through cosplay. I would love one day, I think a dream job for me that I know is not attainable really is to work with Cirque du Soleil. That's always been my dream ever since I was in middle school. Whenever I was in middle school, however, I wanted to be a performer, but nowadays I would just love to work with their costuming department because it's really, really neat what they can do. But I also am very happy not traveling constantly. I thought that I would enjoy traveling, but I kind of like having a set place. So like a home base where I can just chill and stay. But hey, maybe I'll get the Wanderlust again one day. I'm gonna lurk for a bit. You can do this. Thank you so much. Enjoy your lurk. Have a good phone call. Be productive. Do your thing. It was good talking with you for a bit. Oh, so fun story. I put sugar instead of flour in my roux by accident. Then I was like, as long as it all enters with fatty caramel before I add the flour, salt, and cinnamon cream sauce. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Okay, all right. Did you send some or save some for me? And also, hello, welcome in, Raffle Iron. If you didn't save stuff for me, you're banned. I need it. You can't just come in here and talk about food and not expect that you have to share. Plenty for me? Okay, good. I'm on my way. One small bowl and it makes you want to take a nap. Okay, maybe I shouldn't eat some yet. I still have a few hours left. Oh, that sounds so good. Why do people come here and talk about food? Why do you do this to me? Pretty sure it causes diabetes and gout, but like in a good way. As long as it's in a good way, it's fine. No complaints. God, that sounds so amazing now. I think before the stream I ate like a little fruit bar. Oh. Oh my gosh, so Automod held that for bullying. That's incredible. Only bully myself. I feel like there's bullying and then I don't know. Little sus, but I'll take it. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. It's actually been a very, very stressful day. So I took a caffeine tablet because I didn't want to wait for my coffee to cool down. So I took a caffeine tablet and I did that without eating or having any water in my system. And so I was full on just like completely manic for like 3 hours today. And I got nothing done because I was too busy like shaking. It was fantastic. 0 out of 10 would recommend. But I finally ate. I got some water in my system and I'm doing better now. But please don't ever consume caffeine without having something in your stomach. I'm sure this is a well-known rule at this point, but I forgot about it. Good, got a lot of writing on the cookbook done, got a preface done, and have begun streamlining the coffee drinks. And I did not know you were making a cookbook. What the I realized that it's harder to paint these whenever they're already burned, so I tried painting them first and then burning them, but unfortunately the acrylic paint on these makes it catch fire a lot easier. So it's a little bit more troublesome, but I feel like it's worth it because the paint, like trying to get the paint in there is just, it's an absolute pain. But it burns a lot easier with these that have not been painted, so like these curl a lot nicer, they look a little bit better, but you know, so like they look better than they do whenever they're already painted. But it's okay. Well, we have compromise. We're compromising. We're at our deadline, so we are compromising on whatever we can. The color difference from a distance too. Yeah. So I'm probably still gonna go back and paint the unpainted ones. It's just, it's gonna take a little bit more time. But yeah, no, it does actually help with the ragged edges as well. For some of them. But like things like this, you still have all the ragged edges on there. They're a little bit curled under. You can't see them with the black paint. My camera is not the greatest. I make do with what I have. Cosplay is like this incredible emergent art where people are making these digital icons real in a way that the initial artist doesn't always account for. Yes! It's been funny seeing all these new characters coming out, and some of them have seams, like literal sewing seams, so I think they're taking into account that people are starting to, or that people are cosplaying, and they're starting to be like, oh, maybe we should make this a little bit easier. Make it a little more realistic. But at the same time, it's like, it's really fun whenever you're faced with this problem and you're like, how am I going to make this? And you just kind of go for it. Yeah, it's a huge part of fandoms. It's like there are so many franchises I would have never heard of, would have no idea about if it wasn't for cosplay. So I think it's great. I really, really do. It's like I don't think I would be into anime if it wasn't for cosplay. It's just so funny nowadays seeing people who are cosplayers making deals with companies to represent their companies. Like, it's so cool to me. Oh man, I feel so limited as well. You can do what, I know you've probably heard this a million times, you can cosplay whoever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. Like, you do you, 100%. I mean, I say that, but I totally also struggle with that, so I feel you. I tend to play a lot of D&D. Ah, okay. I've always wanted to get into D&D, but character-wise, I tend to gravitate towards like cutesier designs, and the cutesier designs are always with like the little, like the super petite characters, and I am not petite. I am 5'9". I can't do tiny petite characters, but I keep telling myself, just do it for fun. Just you do you. Love Renfest. I'm slowly amassing the required. Yes, do it, do it, do it. All the Renfests. I've been to a Renfest once. I think only once. And I kind of want to go back. I missed it. Yeah, it can be hard. I feel that too. I feel that. It's like it's hard to get out of the mindset of cosplay is only for this specific type and this specific look. It's like, No, it literally is for everyone. It's you showing your appreciation for a character. Part of me, I'm kind of conflicted. So I love that cosplay has become more mainstream and you don't get judged as much for it nowadays. But at the same time, it's like people have this expectation whenever it comes to cosplayers sometimes, like especially like really pretty female ones, like really pretty female cosplayers. They're like, ooh, do you do any kind of sexy stuff with that? And like that shouldn't be your first question. I see it so often and it drives me nuts. It's like I'm luckily I don't get that kind of crowd, thank God, but like just let people enjoy their nerd stuff. Why? D&D is a blast, by the way. I DM my own homebrew game and even mod for community. Oh, that's so cool. That takes so much skill, by the way. I absolutely could never. I am not quick on my feet. I love watching D&D, but I am not good at it. What's the ... for? I'm definitely not saying that sexy cosplay is bad. Like, I absolutely love partaking in photographs, but like it shouldn't be the first assumption whenever you see a super pretty cosplayer that, oh, you must do sexy stuff. Statistic and gray sexual, I get it. Not everything is an invitation to rush to the end zone, to use a sports metaphor. Oh heck, you use sports. I don't know sports. Yeah. I have never heard of gray sexual. Do you mind explaining? If you do, I will absolutely go and Google it later. I am still learning. I was raised very sheltered, so I'm learning all of these things as I get older now. Whoop, fire. Person just certainly doesn't really want to. Yes, exactly. Oh my word. Cosplay is not consent. Clap, clap, clap. No problem. So asexuality is the A in LGBT. Uh-huh. Yep. So I'm guessing gray sexual is part of that then. Like a label on the exception. Person doesn't feel like. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Gotcha, gotcha. So like a little subsection of asexuality. Cool. Thank you for explaining. Yeah, that kind of actually fits me, so I feel that. I was actually talking with a friend earlier about it. It's like, no, I'm good. I very much identify as ace. Often related to demisexuality, but it's more ambiguous. Ah, okay, gotcha. Aces are the best. Hashtag represent. And there's so little representation. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I actually went on a full rant to my partner the other day about Stranger Things because I was somewhat concerned, or I was somewhat convinced that that Will would be considered ace, and no, apparently he's not. And I'm just like, oh come on, give us one. Give us just one. We just want one. But no. Yeah, it's extra, but I'd rather not build my life around it. Have enough trouble navigating social stuff. Yeah, it can be difficult. It can. I'm sorry. I know that has to be difficult. But good for you for trying to, you do you. You do you. Bodies are weird. Bodies are very weird. Got a little bit too much there. Yeah, for some reason ace and bi erasure are some of the most common tropes still. Yeah, and it's surprising because a lot of people identify with both of those. Like, I see most of my friends are bisexual, or at least bi-curious, and it's like there's such little representation for it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But I think as time passes, it's like there's a lot more representation of all scales.